That's
Tricia.
off limits, bro.
But you're
Tricia.
on your live right now.
One at a time.
Instead
One
of
at a
your
time.
child
One.
Pathetic.
Which I did a little research on Kurt Benz, and like I found out he was kind of like a MySpace emo kid, like back.
He
in the
totally
day.
was. He hit me up in those. She's a straight escort. I've known who this girl's been for years. Like
Yeah.
I know who she is from a girl named Amanda Lahamadou, who is also another escort.
Right.
And they were both dating the same guy, Kurt Benz, for a while and fighting over him. I can't with Melanie. Number one, I have known who Melanie was for years. Okay, I warned him against it in the first place. I thought Aaron and I were cool. Like I thought the same with like Charles. You know, I thought we were friends. I thought we were cool. No, I thought we were like bros. I thought me and Charlos were bros, and like. We've been through some shit. We've gone through some like ups and downs together. You know, I thought we were like friends. And like, although I'm going to go on record and be vocal and say I believe it all is because of Abba and her little Orange Gang.
What's up, guys? It's Ale from Catalyst here. We got a special guest. She was nice enough to come on and talk with me, and we're going to be doing a group chat later with some people. Might get heated, might not get heated. We don't know. It's Tricia. How are you doing today?
I'm okay. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, for sure. And again, I appreciate you coming on because I've seen your name for a while. I've heard good things. I've heard bad things. You know, a lot of people are like, Tricia is bad. So like, you know what I mean? Why do you, just to give a basic rundown, how do people know you from this like Aaron Carter saga?
I don't know, other than that I've been really outspoken about a lot of things when it comes to Aaron. I don't know. I mean, I was a big supporter of Aaron's, basically until he got with Melanie and started doing the OnlyFans. And that's kind of when he kind of like lost my support. But I really don't know where like the focus on me is coming from, honestly. It's kind of weird.
Right. I mean, I feel like it could be because like you do have an outspoken opinion or outspoken to some, although I feel like some of the comments that you say isn't much different than what people are already saying. Maybe it's just because you're vocal about it. I feel like that's kind of happened to some other people recently who are, you know, making YouTube videos and they kind of slammed her. And, you know, I think if you just decide to go public, you put your face out there, you just automatically become a target. Did you know that was going to happen, or was it just kind of like,
No.
wait a second, where's this blowback coming from?
Yeah, no, I didn't expect all this. It was kind of a shock because I've been pretty vocal about this for a while, but none of the drama that translated into real life started happening until like the last, I'd say 24 to 48 hours.
Right. And that's when it becomes not a joke anymore and not like, you know, for fun. And it's kind of rare that this happens, in my opinion, to most online communities. What exactly happened with your situation? I'm not sure if you want to get into it now or if you want to wait a little bit, but like,
Yeah, I'll get into it.
Yeah, for sure.
What happened basically was I got a call from my mother yesterday and she told me that the cops showed up at her house and were looking for me. And they wouldn't tell her what it was about or in reference to at all. And, you know, she was obviously concerned. And I don't live with my parents. So I think that, like, people probably maybe think that I do, but I don't. My daughter and I don't live with my parents. And, you know, but I'm very close with my parents.
Right.
And they're, you know, and they're close with me and my daughter, and we were always in contact. So they let me know immediately what was going on, and I was shocked, and they gave me the numbers to call that the police left. So I called and asked them what it was about, which I already pretty much knew or had an idea. But yeah, no, like, so they called me and just gave me a heads up and gave me the number to call, which I called the police back and was on the phone for like probably like 2 hours with the police yesterday. Yeah, like 3 different like police officers trying to find out what was going on. And somebody called over some social media post, which I already knew that was what they were going to say. And it's just over weirdos like trying to harass me over my daughter for no reason.
Yeah, and this type of stuff has never happened to you before, right? Like you've never had people like calling on you and stuff like that and trying to.
Oh no, not at all. Not until just the last 24 to 48 hours. Although I'm gonna go on record and be vocal and say I believe it all is because of Abba and her little orange gang.
Yeah.
And I believe that's where all the hate and the harassment is stemming from.
Right, because I was actually going to bring that up. I do know that, she doesn't really like you. You don't really like her. And I actually did a video on you when you did the Abba rant. And I thought it was very entertaining. I thought you brought up some good points. Me and Abba used to not be cool. We're kind of cool. Well, I'm kind of medium with everybody. You know what I mean? That's kind of my job,
right.
is to be medium with everybody.
Exactly.
But I still have my opinions.
Of course.
And it's funny. I actually got a lot of blowback from posting your video because people are like, "Why are you posting Tricia-licious, like this, that, and the other?" And I didn't realize that there was this whole other thing going on. So why exactly?
Well,
do
people
you
were
guys
mad
not
because
get along?
they dislike me. You mean?
Yeah, they were
okay.
like, "Why are you talking to this person?" Like for me, or no, not talking, but why am I like making a video about you? They're like, "Oh, like she doesn't deserve the spotlight." Yeah. So why do you and Abba not get along, and why do you think it maybe stemmed to the point of them sending people to your house or calling your mom or whatever the situation is?
Yeah, that's a really good question. Honestly, I don't know what Abba's problem ever has been with me. Other than jealousy, which is really absurd because like I was totally cool with Abba. I thought we had a bit of a falling out to begin with when we first started talking. I came out kind of in support of her and just decided to kind of like get to know her other than like what Aaron was saying about her and what Mondo was saying about her, because I like to just do my own research and not take things at face value. Like that's the thing too. People don't realize like my daughter's always going to be with me. Like I'm a single parent. She's like the main part of my life. Like she's never not with me. I mean, yeah, she's in her room on her tablet, playing with her toys and things like every normal kid does. She's not like attached to my hip, but like, she's going to be in my videos. Like she's going to like make an appearance. I mean, I'm not going to like, I don't have her locked in a cage somewhere, but yeah, with this stuff with Abba, I don't know. Like we were cool. I decided like I was just going to get to know her and not judge her off what people were saying and off what Aaron was saying. So I did. And I started going into her lives and, making myself known to her. And we started a dialogue. And she was really cool to me, and I appreciated that. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, she blocked me. And I was like, yo, that like really hurt my feelings. Like, why did you do that? I was nothing but cool to you. Like, she preaches all this like, oh, females empower each other and women, she talks about Jenna Shea, oh, she's a woman's woman and all this. And like, I was the same way. I was totally cool to her, and she just blocked me. And then, like, I was like, why did you do that? I was, like, kind of pissed about it. And I guess we were in Charles Marlowe's chat. That's what happened. And she showed up. And I called her out. And I was like, why did you block me for no reason? Like, that's pretty screwed up. And she, like, DM'd me on Instagram. And she totally apologized to me, like, up and down, like, over and over. She kept apologizing to me. And she was like, someone was telling me that, you were, like a snake in the grass and didn't have my best interests at heart. And, you were trying to backstab me or something. And I shouldn't have listened to that person. And I was like, yeah, you shouldn't have listened to that person. Cause I'm a straight shooter. I've always been straight with you. Like if I don't like someone, they're going to know it. Like I'm not fake like Abba. I don't preach this whole rainbow, sunshine, peace and love bullshit. Like, I'm just a real person, and if I have a problem with someone, they're going to know it. I'm not fake. I'm not going to be fake to someone's face that I don't like and then fucking go talk shit about them behind their back, Like, if I don't like someone, they're going to know it because I have integrity. Like, I'm old school. I was raised with morals. Mm-hmm. And if I have an issue with someone, I'm going to come to them as an adult and be like, hey, what's up with this? Like, this is my issue. And she could never do that with me. So the first time it was like, fool me once, fucking shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So like the first time she came back and apologized, we made up, it was all good. And like she just did the same thing to me again for absolutely no reason. You know, and then she lies on me and accused me of sending Aaron nudes or anything, pictures of me when
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that when everyone was
that never happened at all. And I've said produce those pictures, please, you know, to her or Aaron, because it never happened. It's a blatant lie.
Like if you say anything, it just gets shared. Like you could be just a bystander, you could be somebody, you could be a nobody, but you say one or two things and suddenly, you know, like I clip your video or I clip something you said on Twitter or I clip something you said on Instagram and I share it to my friend, they send it to their friend, and you know what I mean? I think that's why maybe you didn't expect this blowback, you didn't expect to start beefing with Abba, because it's just like it. You know, who knows who's talking to her, who's in her DM saying, hey, don't trust this person. I've had it happen to me where people, hey, don't trust Ao, he's doing this, he's doing, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know why everyone thinks like everyone has ulterior motives. Do you feel like people think you have ulterior motives? Because I've heard that a lot, that you're doing this for like a myriad of different reasons, whatever those reasons may be. But
I'm not that kind of woman. Like when a guy is with somebody else, I step back. Like I'm not going to, you know, I have some self-respect. Like I'm not going to be all up in that person's face, propositioning them and sending them nudes and messaging them. And I'm not a homewrecker like that. So,
yeah, I
mean, in fact, I'm totally against that. So I don't know where that whole like vibe is coming from other than from Abba. And I don't know why. I don't know, like I've told her, you know, if that's a case and she wants to accuse me of that, produce the DMs, produce the photos. I dare her, I challenge her to actually bring receipts, because it never happened.
Yeah. And that's one thing that also seems to be missing from everybody is like everyone keeps claiming things, but there's no receipts, there's no proof, there's no like, oh, I have it, but I can't say who it is. I'm so tired of hearing this. Like,
I was upset because I'm tired of seeing her spewing all these lies.
Especially if you saw her as a good friend too. That makes it hurt more when you were like, I thought you were super dope and you mess with me, you know?
Exactly. And not once, but twice. And like, we already had that conversation of like, if I have done anything that offended you, anything, but like come at me as an adult, you know, don't. And then I find out she's like going behind my back on her Instagram and talking mad shit about me. I don't even know, like, I don't even watch her lives or her stuff, or I would have never even known. People alerted me to the fact that she was talking about my child, which is really uber weird, you know? I mean, because she's got her little like live videos where she's got like a 5.5 hour live. I'm not going to watch that. At least in my videos, like I make it straight to the point and I address what I need to address. I mean, I'm not yapping on for like 5 hours. For donations. Yeah, for donations. And then like, also, who's going to watch that? Like, I would never know she was talking all that smack about me unless I had people in my DMs legit letting me know and giving me timestamps on top of it.
Yeah.
Halfway through, they're telling people to call CPS and call a wellness check on my daughter, who's perfectly fine and very well taken care of. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And then my problem is like,
I mean, were you able to tell them the situation? Were you able to explain that this was a troll, or like it was an attack, or I don't know what you consider it?
Yeah, I did. I talked to the police and I let them know that I've been being like harassed online, but that it's a new thing that just kind of started in the last, 24 to 48 hours. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I mean, I have definitely spoken to law enforcement and cleared things up. And I don't think they see any reason to investigate any further, which is good. But, we'll see if people want to keep up with their crazy bullshit,
Yeah.
Definitely motherhood is more of a focus for me at this point. And that's that's like my life right now is I'm with my little girl 24/7, being a single parent. And yeah, and so I think it's absurd for somebody to allege that. Oh, okay. I think it's absurd for anyone to allege that she's being abused because, clearly she's not. Anyone can see that from my videos. Like, she's very well loved, very happy, and like I think all these people saying all this weird like shit are people that don't have kids or have like never been around kids and don't understand like how toddlers are at all. And it's just weird. Like I've gotten so many, like, I don't know, like I know I shared some of the screenshots because I know you came on like kind of later yesterday morning. But like the things that people are alleging are just so sickening. I can't even believe that like grown adults would act like that and say the things that they've said with absolutely no proof or no evidence. Or I would never abuse my daughter, and I would certainly never.
A lot of people are new to the internet, and I'm not talking about using it like, I consider using the internet. I go on YouTube, I go on Facebook, and I log off. You know what I mean? Being on the internet is being part of a community where people are sharing stuff, people are talking about each other, people are sharing each other's screenshotting, alleging stuff. Like this is some typical online foolery. This is nothing new. It may be new to a certain set of people, and maybe it is a little more extreme because of the air and stuff. But like this happens all the time online. This is nothing new. But it is kind of crazy that that you've been put in this predicament, because again, so for you it's random, but for other people it's been in the making, and
I'm sure. Well, I mean, these videos that I was alerted to that Abba made, these are like 2 weeks old. I mean, and she's telling people to call and do a wellness check on me and my child, which is exactly what was done. Screenshots of Abba DMing me, telling me what a wonderful, devoted mother that I am. So, and now she wants to turn on me just because she feels threatened. And that's what I heard, was she was getting pissed because I was starting to make YouTube videos. And she felt that I was trying to steal her YouTube followers, which is absolutely ludicrous because anyone can follow anyone they want on YouTube. It's not like you can only follow
remember
one
that
person.
too. Yeah, I'm so glad you reminded me of that. Continue.
Yeah, it's so, like, this girl has mental issues. Paige, do you have a lighter by any chance? This girl has issues to, like, who even thinks that way? Like, this is, like, not a monopoly. It's that, she was all, like, cool with me until I started making YouTube videos, and then all of a sudden she unsupported me. And I supported her, like, what, and, why can't she support me? Like, what's the problem?
Again, Abba, she used to not like us as well. I think we're kind of cooler now, but I just think she doesn't quite know who to trust. I think, because I think a lot of people have tried to mess with her, like maybe not in the same way that they just did what they did to you, but they've been messing with her as well. Trying to dox her. So it's people are so scared of each other that I think that the second they hear a bit of information, it's like, oh, I don't trust you. You're bad. You're this or that, the other, and kind of just pitting people against each other.
Because I'm not scared of anyone. Like, bring it on. I don't have anything to prove, and they can call the cops, they can call CPS, they can show up at my fucking door, but at the end of the day, they're going to see a child that is well taken care of, well loved. And I mean, to me, that's just, you don't get somebody's family and child involved. Like, we're all supposed to be adults. What is the problem here?
Is kind of now, like, since he hasn't been streaming as much, he hasn't been, putting out content as much, the people within the community now are starting to get affected, I've noticed. And I said this in a video. I was like, when Aaron stops going live or he stops posting, like, people within each other start beefing with each other. So yeah. And we're clearly seeing that because, like, I don't know how much you've been keeping up lately, but, he hasn't been online very much, with the whole Melanie breakup and, like, where's Melanie, all this stuff. So now we're starting to feel the heat. Like, I'm getting pressed, you're getting pressed, Gia got pressed. Sure. Everyone's getting pressed, because, like, the person that everything
started kind of all of it.
Around, yeah. Like, let's be real. Like, the whole community revolves around. He's not doing anything. So, I think people go a little stir crazy, and quarantine is not helping. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
One, he's not doing anything, and two, we're all stuck, so everyone's bored as hell. You know what I mean? We're just like, what do we do? How have you been holding up during quarantine? Have you been, like, staying safe? Like, are you doing...
Pretty good, actually. My best friend's here from Washington State.
Oh, yeah, I heard her friend in the background. Does she want to speak a little bit, or just say
We're
hi?
having a little party. Do you want to say hi?
Hi.
Hey.
She prefers to stay really incognito. She's like off all social media. She doesn't even like do social media. My best friend is the one that made up felony smelony. She coined that term. She coined that meme.
I thought it was so funny when you posted that video and you're just like sitting there with the music on, or standing with the music, and you're like, felony smellony.
Yeah, no, that was my best friend. She came up with that. And I thought that was so good. And I first commented it on Rocky Reyna's, one of his videos, and then people just picked it up. And I was like, Aaron and Melanie being back together and following each other on Instagram again.
Oh, yeah, they're following each other on Instagram. And apparently, he was streaming today and they kissed. Apparently,
That's what
she's
I
not
heard.
for a kiss. I didn't get to see it. I tried scrubbing through the live. I couldn't find it. I don't know if like it was off camera, like he got up and to do it, but I didn't like actually see her.
I haven't even checked yet because that's how obsessed I am with Aaron Carter. I have no fucking idea. Like, seriously, I don't even care.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna go like run back and like, yeah.
I don't even watch his lives anymore. I just hear it from other people. Like, people literally send me DMs and tell me what's going on, which is the only way I find out what Abba was saying about me and trying to send police to my parents' house. And trying to do a wellness check. And my daughter even did a really funny follow-up video on Instagram about rebutting Abba's claims that she likes me more, or she likes Abba more than me. That's so freaky too. Yeah, Abba said too on one of her videos that she has clips of my daughter saved talking about how she loves Abba. Like, why would you save clips of someone else's child? That's so creepy.
I guess, was this before you guys were beefing, or like?
I don't know. She just said this I don't know. I think the video was like 2 weeks old, but it's still, we were definitely beefing in the video that she made where she's talking about it. And it's so creepy because like, why would you admit to that? Why would you say that on like publicly that you have clips of someone's child? That's like, she recorded that and screenshotted it. That's so weird.
Right. Like, would you ever want to resolve it with her, or has it too much damage? I mean, like, if CPS gets called on you, I feel like that's kind of like a no-go.
No, I totally agree. No, I don't ever see us resolving anything ever again. I see it only getting worse, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, she really picked the wrong person to F with. Like, seriously. She doesn't know me, obviously. She has no clue, like, who I am, what kind of person I am, what my home life is like, But what she did was despicable, and it was so, like, it's so not right that
Marlowe's?
Yeah. Charles Marlowe. Oh my God, I love that you just said that.
I said it because you say it, because I mentioned it a couple times. I'm like, I love how Tricia just calls Charlos Marlowe. So I'm like, he should change his name to that. That's just more catchier.
I don't watch him anymore because I'm really angry with him. We're not friends anymore.
Ooh,
we're beefing.
tea? What? Public tea or nah?
Oh yeah. What?
Is it public tea or nah? Is it not supposed to?
It's about to be. It's all about Abba.
Oh, what? Okay.
Pick a side, like, for real.
Ooh.
That's where I'm coming from. No, I thought we were like bros. I thought me and Charlos were bros. And like, we've gone through some like ups and downs together. I thought we were like friends. And like, he's going to support Abba. Like, okay, get the fuck out of my face. You're going to support someone that's harassing me in real life and calling the cops on me for no reason and trying to bring CPS and like, okay, number one, I'm gonna break it down right now and get hella real, like for real. Just the fact that he was aligning himself with her, and that he follows her, and that like I went into his live one day and he was like, "Oh, Abba, okay." The whole thing is like, Abba knew that I was like friends with Charles. And Abba knew that like Charles and I supported each other, and she sent her little weird cronies after me.
And what time period is this, by the way? Is this like last month, earlier this month, 2 months ago?
This is like very, very recent, like in the last week.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I'd say in like the last week and a half. Like I was, in Charles's chat, and I got in a big beef with Abba, and then Jamie Bonagura decided to chime in, and all Abba's little orange gang decided to chime in and tried to bully me out of Charles's chat. And Charles actually, was like calling out or like shouting out Abba, I should say, and was like cool with her. And was like my last straw with her. I was like, really, you're going to support someone like me? And you have like, Charles and I have had just like heart-to-heart discussion, through DMs. Like, we've had our problems and then we've gotten cool with each other. So I thought we had an understanding, kind of the same as Abba. So it's like, if you're now going to align yourself with someone that's like my enemy, that's going to be legit bringing stuff out of online into real life and trying to cause problems with my child. Like, do you know how much that would traumatize my child to be taken away from me? That would ruin her life. They lucky, like they really have my back. They're no stranger to me being involved in controversy. So, this has all happened before. Like I said, in 2012 with Deadmau5, and that happened. It was a lot bigger than this. Like I had so many hate like tweets. I had death threats, like countless death threats, and it kind of reminds me of like what Gia's gone through too. And that's why I tell her, like, I'm like, dude, just like, don't worry about these people. They're internet warriors. They're not going to do anything, just don't fall into their trap. Like that they're pathetic. Like all they can do is grasp at straws and hide behind a computer screen and try to wreak as much havoc as they possibly can on someone's life that they don't know. Like, thank you for having this conversation with me right now. Seriously.
No, it's good because I wanted to get your point of view, and like I've done this with like Mondo. I did this with Lindsay. I just with a couple of people where like I feel like they're misunderstood.
And like I would never do that. I have my own issues with Aaron. I'll speak on that. I'll tell it to his face. I don't give a fuck. Like I'd love to go toe to toe with Aaron. I would love to have an actual conversation with him and just like really deliver some truth. But at the same time, I don't know. I don't respect these flip-floppers. Like I'm not fake. Like I will let you know. Love me or hate me, at least I'm fucking real, and I will let you know where you stand with me.
So where do you stand with it? Like, are you like? Well, okay. I don't think that you have to be LMG to be a fan of Aaron, or to like be down with him. So like, would you consider yourself LMG? Are you just kind of interested in Aaron, or are you like, I hate the dude? Are you like in the middle?
Fuck no, I'm definitely not LMG. I can tell you that. No, that's a weak-minded like little cult that I feel like was actually started by Lindsay, so I want no part of.
Yeah.
I can support Aaron as an individual and not be part of his little weird cult gang, but I don't support Aaron. That's where I'm coming from right now. Like, I want to put that out there that I what Aaron's been doing, I don't support.
Hey, where's my balloons?
I love Aaron as a person. I pray for Aaron. They're right here, honey. I think Aaron is not living up to his potential at all. What Aaron has done and made himself into, the joke that he's made himself into is just frankly shameful.
Back into the December days, like of late 2019, he had something really good going. He could have like really launched himself into a different platform, but he just kept messing it up. He should have never kicked out Mondo. Every person that he has help him, including Melanie. Without Melanie, he wouldn't be making all this money on OnlyFans. And now he's screwed over, and now they're back together. Like, he needs to stop screwing with the people that are going to get him somewhere. But, like, back in December, he was getting, like, 1,000,
I think, like, I just
1,500 viewers.
And just logged his
Like,
right, and he screwed himself.
Now he's back to, like, 200 views. Like, I thought he was going to go to the next level, and he just messed up. You know what I mean? He just didn't.
Yeah, every opportunity he has, he just flubs it. It's so sad. Like, I've been rooting for him too, honestly. I thought he could have made a major comeback. I can't. With the shit with Melanie, number one, I have known who Melanie was for years, okay? I warned him against it in the first place. I thought Aaron and I were cool. Like, I thought the same with like Charles. You know, I thought we were friends. I thought we were cool. Like, we would message each other back and forth.
Yeah.
So I warned him against Melanie. And
so what's the deep dive on Melanie? Like what? I mean, obviously the very obvious information that, you know, she was like a cam girl, kinda. She was, you know, kind of doing like adult. I don't know if was she doing fully nude? Was she doing fully nude or was she not doing fully nude?
She's a straight escort. I've known who this girl has been for years. Like, I know who she is from a girl named Amanda Lahamadou, who is also another escort.
Right.
And they were both dating the same guy, Kurt Benz, for a while and fighting over him, which is really pathetic.
Which I did a little research on Kurt Benz, and like I found out he was kind of like a MySpace emo kid, like back.
He
in the
totally
day.
was. He hit me up in those days, dude. He was trying to get with me back in those MySpace Kurt Doom days. Yeah, and I shut him down.
That's crazy.
And these girls are like totally going for it, and that just shows you how like pathetic they are.
And there was rumors that Kurt Benz hit up a lot of people, even hit us up. Do you know if he hit Abba up at all? Because he had a bunch of DMs everywhere, like messaging all kinds of people because he was trying to like clear his name.
He hit you up?
Yeah, he hit us up to take down a video of his because like his number was leaked or whatever, and I was like it was an accident. He got like kind of mad. I guess we're cool now, but like he hit me up. He's like, bro, like take that down. It's my business, and I'm like, it's public record, but I still mute.
You were cool about it.
Yeah, I blurted out, but I could have been a D and just been like, sorry, dude, like or like give me some money.
Well, no, that's cool. I respect that. Even though I don't fucking like Kurt Benz, I still respect that because, like, again, I'm not about.
So how is he getting mixed up with Melanie and all these chicks fighting over him? Was this when he was still emo, or is this when he was like the new Kurt Benz?
Yeah, no, he was like, you know, the new Kurt Benz. He reinvented himself. But yeah, that's me. Yeah, no, you know that's Melanie's like ex-boyfriend. So that's why he's all in the mix. I mean, just because like who else could possibly stand Melanie? So I think people are just like, wow, who is this guy?
And what was the extent of her like? Because I know a bunch of people found out like she was like camming, like so she was basically doing the whole nine, right? She was probably camming, escort. I'm assuming she's been doing subscription services, but it's been kind of hard to find anything on her. So like, did she have a different username, or has she always been Miss Melanie Martin?
I don't know. As far as I know, she's always been herself.
Right.
I mean, like I said, I've known who she was for years, but I didn't like obviously care because I just thought like, oh, this is like some sad,
of
pathetic girl that's like gonna actually entertain Kurt. Like, why would?
In a way, with like how Gia was, although I feel like Gia was like kind of going a little more crazy. You know what I mean? She was calling out everybody.
I love Gia. Let me just go on record to say I love Gia.
I don't hate her as well. I don't dislike her, but like we
love Gia.
She was kind of talking
Gia fan
like
club.
We're Team Gia.
When you name drop, even if it's like when you name drop, you're just setting yourself up for danger. And I told Gia, I was like, Gia, like you're uploading 8 videos a night, one about Biddy, one about like this person, that person. Like you're gonna get yourself into some trouble at some point, and it finally happened.
Like. And you have to get the police involved. You're just a fucking loser, dude. Like, you need to brush up on your skills because you don't deserve this. Like, you shouldn't even be online. You shouldn't even be on YouTube because you're not a personality if you can't do that. Like, if you have to be a weak little person and get the fucking authorities involved, you have no business here. If it's too hot, get your ass out the kitchen, for real. But I'm here to say, like, bring it, bitch. Like...
Attacking people's weight and their looks. Like,
how about attacking people's children?
And you didn't attack me, but you're attacking other people in the group, and I'm in this group.
Tricia.
How about attacking people's children? That's
Tricia.
off limits, bro.
But you're on your live right now.
One at a time. One at a time. Tiny dancer. One at a time. Let Ellie speak for a second.
Tricia, listen. It's nothing is going to go good anywhere as far as what people are saying. With your daughter stuff, if you well, listen though, you can't engage that fight in front of her. She absorbs that negative energy. And then Abba or whoever. Well, I know, but
this
listen.
is affecting our lives. You don't understand. The cops have been called to my parents' house. Like, this has been brought into real life now.
I know, but listen, what I'm saying. Listen, though, what I'm saying though is that if you're going to have the conversation, and also in order not to kind of feel what they're saying, try to go outside, or as long as she has someone to watch her or something like that, and just like separate. And then they'll.
Sorry about that.
No, I think there's a difference in people saying that, or in you saying that people are dragging your daughter into it when you have sent voice messages to Shelly where your 3-year-old has called her a bitch and told her to go to hell.
She should.
Well, that's what she wants.
Yeah, but what 3-year-old knows that?
Her?
You're obviously putting that into her head. A 3-year-old just doesn't know
coming
that.
At us. Like, she sees it.
But it's your job as her mother.
As any other person would.
No, it's your job as her mother to protect her from that.
Protect her from bullying, from what you guys are throwing at me? Is that what you're saying? Like, I shouldn't drag her into the bullying that you're dragging her into?
You shouldn't drag your child into bullying.
She should not even be around.
It's okay for you to drag her into it, but it's not okay for her to speak her mind.
But she shouldn't be aware. I don't care if
she's not my child.
I mean,
she shouldn't be aware, but she's drug into it. Is that what you're saying?
She doesn't have to be drugged into
because
it.
you're doing
Keep her
it
away
in front
from
of her.
it. Yes.
You're doing it in front of her. That's the issue.
She's always going to be here.
You know, it's like when you're in a relationship and you have a very abusive relationship and the two parents are always fighting. If they're going to be doing it in front of the children are going to repeat what's happening and they're going to know what's happening. They're not stupid. They're smart, but that doesn't make it right.
Disagree.
There's nothing abusive.
You disagree that parents shouldn't argue in front of their children? Okay, well, that's a big issue.
I come from parents that fought in front of me, and I'm not fucking damaged. So
Tricia,
that's my friend. That's not me.
Listen, hey,
and you
were
stop judging.
We're recording, by the way, just so everyone knows.
I love you, and I'm so thankful for that.
Great.
Please keep recording.
Coming in.
No, it's heated. Let's get it going on.
It doesn't have to be heated.
Sick of you stupid internet ugly fucking fat.
Oh, will you just back off? We're talking to Tricia. We're not talking to a background person. This has nothing to do with you.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I'm talking.
I don't give a fuck. You sound like a fucking retard. Go jump off a bridge.
I'm here and I see what's going on. You guys.
She lives in my house. She sees me every day with my child.
Listen to me.
My best friend.
You talked.
Don't attack
You talked.
Just because you're ugly as fucking hiding behind a
that's
computer.
Really a good instance. So.
Tricia.
Oh, everyone ugly.
Tricia, go to the other room. We're talking to you.
This is my best friend. Like,
we don't give a shit if it's your best friend. This is between you and everybody else.
Yeah, and me, bitch. And me.
This is my witness.
Your witness?
Your friend should get Discord. Your page should get Discord.
Oh my God, ew.
What?
I'll talk to you later.
What? I'm just saying, like, it'll be like.
Yeah, and I'm just saying you could suck my left one. You worth.
I mean, I would say that her friend does have some weight because she is with her child all the time. So, like, I feel like she has like some. Obviously, it's Tricia. That's her daughter, but
yeah, she's here in my house, so she knows how my daughter's.
So she's witnessing you arguing with people on the internet on Discord in front of her.
You are so stupid. My daughter's not here all the time.
I just heard her and close to your computer and screaming in the background. It's
find a fucking new topic and move the fuck on.
Because my daughter pops her head in does not mean that she's
no. It's way beyond her just popping her head in. It's you using.
No,
her
it is. Is it? Tell me about it because you're in my house, so you know.
Can
Apparently,
I finish what I was saying?
You're in my house. You know what's going on.
Can I finish what I was saying?
Go ahead.
Please, come on, you.
Dude, shut up for 2 seconds.
It's not.
Finish your ignorant sexual.
Just let Ellie speak. Okay, Ellie, what do you want to say?
Shit.
Allie, what are you
It's not the fact that she pops
Lisa,
her head
sorry.
in. That's okay. It's not the fact that she pops her head in. It's the fact that you have her on voice messages.
I hate her.
See? It's because you have her and you have inserted her. She is in voice messages that she is, threatening people at 3 years old. You have her dancing around on the internet in her underwear. You have her calling
These
people's
chicks
names.
are so
Calling them
ugly.
Backwoods.
Oh, okay. See, you are incapable of having a constructive conversation.
This is why people don't want to talk. Ace, this is why nobody wants to talk. Exactly right here. She can't have a normal adult conversation. Instead, she throws names at everybody else.
No, it's because all you know how to do is call names at people. That's all you are good at.
Look at what you guys are doing to me, and you're involving my child. I'm the only parent this girl's ever known.
Yeah, you are involving your child. You're putting your child all over the internet. If I had a kid, I would not be putting my child on the internet.
As a parent.
I would be protecting my child, not throwing her out.
I protect my child plenty. That's my right as a parent. If I want to fucking share with my loved ones, my daughter singing and dancing, what the fuck is that to you?
Well, it's on a public profile where anybody on Instagram can see your kid in her underwear.
I'm not going to live my life in fear.
So do you want some pedophile whacking off to your daughter? Is that what you want?
That's probably what's happening. I'm not going to live my life in fear, and I can't help that you have a problem with that. That's your problem, not mine. I'm not going to censor my life, and I'm not going to not allow my daughter to be a normal little 3-year-old toddler because there's sickos out there. I cannot police the internet. I cannot police what everybody does.
Yep.
But you know what? I'm not going to disallow my child to have a normal life because of fucked up people like you.
Tricia, but I don't think it's normal for your 3-year-old to be calling people a bitch and telling them to go to hell and that she's going to set them on fire. That's not normal.
That's just her. I can't fucking change.
Tricia, hold on, please.
Probably the Antichrist.
Okay, no, stop. Tricia, please listen to me for a second.
Trisha, wait.
You had a conversation.
Exactly.
Oh, hell.
Wait, I'm a fat bitch from the internet. I'm a fat bitch from the internet.
How much do you weigh? I just want to see a picture of you. How many chins do you have? Do you have more chins?
Tricia,
see, this is all you know how to do.
Trisha,
you know how to do.
You had a conversation with me.
Fucking shaming of people's weight and looks. You get the what someone
You're
looks
all
like. How
fucking
much they fucking weigh? I don't care.
That's why you're
Keep
hitting
it
on me and my
to the
beautiful
point.
child. Because you're pathetic.
Because I'm the one fucking calling someone fat and shit like that. Need to see a
Look at
photo
you.
of her.
You guys, she's just deflecting because she does not want to face what the real
You don't have to
topic is.
eat everything in the house.
She's deflecting. She's a textbook narcissistic
Okay,
psychopath.
so it's okay for you guys to come
To
at
attack
someone.
people's children.
Okay, hold on. I'm getting.
You're like,
Hold up. No, wait.
your jowl.
I have something to say.
Flap your jowls
Listen
some
to
more.
me.
Flap
Listen
those
to me.
jowls, flap those
Stop.
jowls, flap those jowls, flap those
Stop.
jowls.
Immaturity showing right there.
Ayo.
That's why nothing.
Mute her for a second. Ayo, mute Tricia for a second.
Trisha.
Hold on. Paige. Let's
mute her for a second.
He's talking to you, Paige.
Paige. Can you just?
Hey.
I love your veracity. I think it's really dope.
Huh?
But I love.
Are you gonna tell me to calm down?
I love your viscosity. But
I don't know what that means.
It's a fancy way to say like getting loud. You know what I mean? Like getting intense.
Like her passion.
Love each other.
But
Don't go off on
we
page.
need to figure out what's happening here. So Ellie.
No, I'm mad. I'm sorry. Like, okay, let me have the floor. Let me have the floor. I'm sorry. I don't.
Let me have the floor.
Any of this.
Yeah, all she's gonna do is her.
You know what?
Best friend. I have every right to stand up.
You're costing. Listen to me. You're gonna cost your best friend her child.
Her daughter. Yes, ma'am.
You are not helping her. Can you just be quiet for a second?
If you guys don't think that people have already been called, you are sadly mistaken.
Now, Tricia, the other day, and she was just sitting there mocking me because I was trying to respectfully get a word in edgewise. You talked to me for hours the other day in this Discord after the stuff happened the other morning. I assume from your conversation with me that you think I'm a pretty reasonable, level-headed adult.
I'm just
Did
kidding.
you not?
I'm just kidding. Chill out. I'm just kidding.
And Trish, the thing is, the thing that I feel like
No,
I don't even
even though they're slamming,
Allie, she's not even listening.
even though they're
Getting
slamming,
really mad.
I think these people are trying to do it for you better because the thing is, with all the drama going on, obviously, you said that you don't really want to mute yourself. You don't want to have to change who you are, but
Stop it.
the people will keep coming after you if this keeps happening, and I don't want to see that happen. I don't want to see that happen to you. So
Yeah, if what keeps happening?
if you keep getting called on, so fights like this, could potentially make people mad. And
But it doesn't
I don't
have
care.
to be a fight.
It doesn't have
doesn't
to be a
have
fight.
to be a fight.
These
If
people are
she-
pathetic.
If she
They
could
should
be
involving my
constructive,
child. That's pathetic.
you are the
My
one
child is well taken
involving
care
your
of. What is
child.
wrong with you?
Nobody else is involving your child but yourself. We're trying to help you and open your eyes. And
I don't need your help. My child is well taken care of. What's wrong with you?
Tricia, that people have already been called. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I don't give a fuck. I already know, but I don't give a fuck because there's nothing wrong here. There's absolutely nothing wrong here. You guys are the ones that are sick.
Be well taken care of, but at the same time, the way you're putting her out there and the way she is speaking, you are her mother. You can stop her from speaking.
I'm not going to stop her from speaking her mind. Why should I?
Tricia, she is 3 years old.
Yeah, she's
no
an individual.
3-year-old talks to people like that and curses the way she does. You feel like that's Tricia.
See, that's so messed up, man.
It's sad.
So messed up.
Sad.
This is totally breaking my heart.
It's messed up.
So seeing this really pisses me off.
Ayo, you need I wouldn't.
She just said she wants to knock you out.
She's getting she's getting the platform to
I'm
get
gonna
her.
knock you out. Mama
Tricia,
said knock
stop.
you out. I'm
Stop.
gonna knock you out.
Trisha.
Mama said knock you out.
Okay, you know what?
Cool J,
This
bitch.
is when
That's
it's
my
best
jam.
to block
This is
them.
probably
Like,
why you only have
this
one
is like
friend.
You get
I mean,
so
I can't do
heated.
anything
It's
about it.
fucking
record.
get
Why
so
do we even
heated
bother
as
with
fuck.
this? It's not worth
Ayo,
it.
just cut it.
Fuck off.
Just cut it.
Now you see